All right, so GJ is doing what I assumed it would eventually do and found some resistance at this supply level that you can see on the weekly time frame. Because remember when I went to the weekly, I looked to the left all the way as far as it may be. Wanted to see what something like this would be. And then I found it. Well, that's wild. Okay, so I found something. I didn't see that before. Price could potentially end up reacting off of this weekly level. Yeah, that's a possibility because originally I wanted price to come to this level, which would make sense anyhow, considering that this is not even the 23.6 level on the biggest fib. Like, if I put fibs, it looks like, all right, point A, point B, gotta keep, okay, 23.6. So, right, so we've never actually had a hard pullback. So you can either look at it from this perspective or, you know, you could cheat a little bit. 38.2. So this could be something like that. I would look on the weekly time frames to determine what I'm gonna do. Like that. At the end of the day, like it is giving good vibes, continue bullish, but at the same time, I just, this is if price doesn't hold at this level, more than likely it's gonna end up coming to this level, show you a break of minor resistance. You're gonna mark it off, see higher lows formed, and then continue. That's ideally what I want to look for. If this part right here doesn't hold up, which, right, and I didn't have that liquidity level drawn until just a while ago either, but it's still valid because it exists, but we'll see. We will see. Now, UJ is another story. I really like where UJ is because, right, so, weekly we're super bullish, but you look to the left and you have this resistance area right now, right here. If I were to put a random line right here, like a resistance line, we technically did break it with these two candles. And so there's a possibility that we could reverse off of here. Right here. It looks like that. And it has confluence with the fib levels because it's a 23.6 on the daily, which we haven't broken any daily support. So this would be really good. I actually just hopped in buys a few minutes, like right before I got on to do this. So I'm looking like I could do here, but whatever. I'm like longer term moves. Right. So it's from the 23.6. So it's a good chance that it can actually end up breaking this level. And yes, I do see a support broken right here, but at the same time, the support level is not necessarily significant because if I look on the daily, yes, I can see that support level, but no, we haven't broken because we would need two bearish candles to break that level, right? So bias is super bullish on this, and I think I did say, oh no, I was oh, hold on, yeah. I did say yesterday, okay, we could probably have a really nice bullish push if the previous daily candle closes as an engulfing, and it did. Right? So we don't know how this candle could close. It could close completely bullish, even though it looks hella bearish. Like we haven't even hit 8 o'clock yet. And we got CPI news in a little bit. CPI and an employment claim. So I do expect a whole lot of volatility. Right. And before I go to gold, I'm gonna go to the dollar. So boom, we're super bullish. You look to the left, this area was acting as resistance. I mean, look at that level right here. That's a dangerous liquidity level that can be seen on the monthly time frame too, which is where I got this from. So I go back to the daily time frame. You know what's crazy? This candle right here, last week, it was actually bullish. which changes my analysis completely, but in a way that, favors the higher time frames. I went back in my videos and I saw that this candle was bullish, so I wasn't tripping. But now that it's bearish, technically, I'm keeping my support right here, right? Because that's the last place support was formed on the daily. I dragged that all across. And I would ideally be looking for that level to break, which would be bearish candle, bearish candle. All we ever have here is a doji, bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish, bullish. So it's like there's no bearish, bearish. So more than likely, we're going to continue bullish, right? Because the weekly flow is bullish. The daily flow, since it never technically broke, is also bullish. And ever since, I know we had to like end up dipping back into this liquidity level. And because it dipped into that liquidity level that was super strong, it has to go into a liquidity level that is just as strong, that will push it back into the direction that it wants to go in, which was back to this level. And you see that liquidity dip right there. Beautiful times. All right, so on the 30-minute, you break down, boom, boom, boom. I had this resistance line drawn on from last night. I ended up breaking, boom, boom, breaking again. So this is really good confluence for long-term bullish movement on the dollar. So hooray for UJ, and it would, confirm sells on gold. Now with gold, well, she's been slapping me up. But, yes, we're sticking with the bias. We've always been sticking with the bias. It's just been moving sideways, which is to be expected, though, to a degree, because, again, you did come from this monthly level all the way at the bottom, had all these bulls, and you can just yeet, like this one did. But at the same time, I'm not mad at a little bit of sideways movement to shake out the amount of buyers you have left to then continue going bearish. So yeah, if gold goes bullish one more time, I'm gonna be like, bro, I am getting old over here. So yeah, 8:30, 9 o'clock, it's probably gonna do some aggressive pullback to then continue bearish, but I don't know. Usually it's been going to a certain point after New York sessions, then just turning around. But again, it's consolidation. Let me draw out the 4-hour level. So this 4-hour level is our original support right here. And technically, it has been being respected, but at the same time, you have these lower highs. You have a lower high compared to the one over here, and then you have another one, and then you have some more. And what these have confluence because they're also touching this major trend line that you see on the daily time frame. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this pair. It's just been moving sideways for a while, but the analysis is coming together.